just about our numbers in our company. Now we got 5 countries, licenses in 5 countries. We got up to 150 B2B customers who use our acquiring and crypto processing services, up to 12 customers who use our white label services, with more than 1 million B2C customers that white label services have. So the main topic I would like to discuss with you, what is better, is CeFi or DeFi? Because it's a typical question in the market, and really a lot of people, investors or just basic customers would like to know what is better and what they want to use. So especially when you just want to open a card, open an account, or you decide where you should keep your funds. So this question will be with you. Talking about what is CeFi and DeFi services basically. CeFi, it is a bank's payment systems, centralized exchanges, and other payment systems like Fed or MasterCard. So talking about centralized finance is everything that's connected with the regulators, with some aspects of all the financial world, with KYC and other stuff, but it is implemented in our daily routine. I think very a lot of time, a lot of years, people in the world using centralized finance systems. That's why it's very easy to use for you. Talking about decentralized finance, it is something new that's happening, and that's why everybody here sitting and listening about decentralized finance, because everyone interested in crypto, and crypto it is decentralized finance, what we have, and we can talk about DeFi protocols, financial download access, and cryptocurrencies and stablecoins. So I will go with some questions, what is better, and at the end of my presentation we'll summarize everything and decide what is better. So the first question will be, which one is more secure? Because really a lot of people thinking about the security of their funds, really a lot of cases on the market when somebody like Texas block your funds and you cannot get access to them. And also I think everyone here listen about FTX crash, and maybe someone from you guys lost their money on FTX. So there is a very, very important question for us. So it's typically considered that DeFi is much more secure because you have a lot of technologies there about cryptography and other stuff, but we don't, and we understand that banks can lose and they can save up to 15 or 20 billion dollars on security of their funds and on making their payments secure. So it is a very big sum of money for them. But in practice, we understand that really a lot of DeFi projects, really a lot of cryptocurrencies or other decentralized things can be unsecure because of their scam, or maybe they don't know exactly how their decentralized technology should be implemented in the modern world, and regulator or somebody start to give them a problems, and it started to be much more complicated. And really a lot of hacks happening, especially in this DeFi protocols and decentralized finance, and there is no clear regulation yet. But I think, I'm convinced in it, that soon we will get regulation, and especially in UAE, you know that Barak is going to make a new laws for each cryptocurrency companies. I hope that it will be easier for just basic companies to launch your own business or something like that. The second question is, what is more convenient for the user? So what is more comfortable to use? And the typical question and typical answer in that question is, of course, centralized finance. I think each guy in that area have the card, or maybe banking account, or maybe payment account in the local payment system, I don't know, anywhere, and everybody use it in their daily routine. But not everyone use decentralized finance in our daily routine, and why I think you heard really a lot of times questions from your maybe relatives who don't know exactly what crypto is. So why we don't use Bitcoin in our daily routine? because there is no infrastructure for using it, and in centralized finance, it started from the Italy when the banks have been created, and for now there is 100 of years of experience and making that infrastructure for everyone. But more than 2.5 billion people, I will say a little further about that, don't have an access to that centralized finance right in the moment. And however, if we see about how DeFi market expand right at the moment, how it develops, we understand that there is a lot of stable coins, a lot of really good products that are already integrated in the infrastructure, and you can use them as well as centralized finance. So some protocols already working on the possibility of ongoing transactions, and I think soon we will see the decentralized finance companies who become companies who will use it in their daily routine. So third question is, what is more efficient for payments? I think a lot of people do payments every day. Maybe some of you work here and have their relatives in their native country. So you want to send the money and you choose the right way to do that. So it should be secure, but it should also be not so expensive. And if we see on the cross-border payments market, that is a market which we choose for the development right now. It is up to $6 billion annually, and people usually pay 2 or 3% commission for each cross-border payment. It's very, very big sum of money for each one, and in some countries it can be 10%. So just imagine you would like to buy a flat or do some investments, and you pay 10% from your capital to make that payment. So it's impossible, and I think that is the biggest advantages, one of the biggest advantages in the DeFi market. So, next question is which one is easier to access? Of course, we understand that CeFi is harder to have an access to that, because you got the KYC procedures, a lot of things that banks, regulators ask us to do. For example, our company worked with the regulators in different countries, and we got really a lot of cases where we should just sit with them and understand basic, detailed, what we're gonna do with that or that case. Because there is a much more complicated, and as I mentioned, there is no clear regulation yet. But with that fact, more than 2.5 billion people don't have an access to the centralized finance. That's why we choose that way of doing our business, that way to expand, and we would like to change it, to give the financial technologies to everyone in the world. And but DeFi is easy to use, so you can just download your Web3 wallet and do anything with it. But the question is how you buy the first cryptocurrency. And there is a very risky, because you can buy with P2P. Maybe you're a lucky guy and your friend would like to sell his cryptocurrency for the fiat or for the cash. You just give him and do the P2P deal. But really a lot of projects, and it is unsecure, and really a lot of projects are scam, and you can just use scam P2P trading platform and you can lose all your money. So everybody I think understand that, and there's a big problem in that market. So, and one of the question is which one develops faster? And of course we understand that DeFi develops much more faster than centralized finance. Just look at the numbers. So you can see that finance projects, decentralized finance projects, they rose by 190%, but centralized finance shrunk on 73%. So, and what we can do with that information, we can understand that so it's more perspective to go into DeFi, but with a no clear regulation and other stuff, so really a lot of companies solve that problem right now. So, and the fact is that people start to trade on DAXs more than on CEFIs. I think that FTX crash is was bad situation for the market, and that show to everybody why they should use taxes instead taxes. And also there is a big information and very important one, so that Tether become more like valuable with the amount of transactions than MasterCard and Visa. But I don't know how much years Visa and MasterCard expend, but Tether done that. So and I think it's really crazy, and that say us that it's really important to have a decentralized technologies in their cross-border payments, in just basic finance, and in our daily routine. And really a lot of projects develop on the DeFi market and become popular, but in the bearish market, not everybody can be safe. And really a lot of projects close, and I think that the people and the companies who live with that bearish market and who go in the new bull run with the new technologies and with the new infrastructure, I think that they will be like the main guys on the whole financial market, in centralized and decentralized finance. So, and when we can expect the decentralized economy and CeFi, because we can see that in centralized finance there is advantages and there is disadvantages, also as well as in decentralized finance. So if you see on my table, you can see that we have like advantages in each one, but nobody, not nobody, very few projects develop in the CeFi market. So it is combined central advantages of centralized finance and decentralized finance. Yes, it is secure, but you should, you can keep your money decentralized. For example, we got a CeFi wallet. What it is, you can implement your MetaMask, any of your Web3 wallets inside, and in case you got into KYC procedure, if you have an opportunity to go with that, you can get a card, get an IBAN account, and just pay and use your crypto in your daily routine. It helps projects, tokens, blockchains to become like real for just basic people who are not in crypto, who are not today with us, who are maybe don't know anything on crypto right now. But there is I say it one more time, there is 2.5 billion people that have no access to the finance. They cannot send you money, they cannot take a credit, they cannot do anything. And I think that CeFi will help us to make them people use modern financial technologies like CeFi. So there is the main fact that I can, and the main thing that I can say to you. So there is no right answer on that question. So the right answer is centralized and decentralized finance. So thank you.